Alright, for my next anime review, I am doing the short film, The Feast of Amrita. Before I get into my overall thoughts of this film, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick rundown. This film originally came out in 2023. It is a horror drama written and directed by Saku Sakamoto, and it is a brisk runtime of under 50 minutes. It is currently streaming on High Dive, so you can find it there. And the rating, I could not find a rating for this film, but if I were to rate this, I would give it a R rating for blood and gore, scary imagery, and an intense scenes. Alright, let's get into my overall thoughts, shall we? Alright, let me get into my positives before I get into my negatives. One of the things that I really liked about this film was the camera work. I really liked some of the shots that they used. Cinematography in this film was quite good. I really liked it. The tone and the atmosphere that they were going for, I thought was very good. That's another aspect that I really liked. And the OST was very good as well. That added to the film's atmosphere. That's one of the important things for a film like this is you need a good atmosphere and you need a great OST to accompany that. Those elements of this film definitely help prop this film up from being outright bad. And the pacing definitely helps. This film doesn't feel slow. Thankfully, it doesn't drag, in my opinion, but that's just my personal opinion. It could vary from person to person. Some of the monster designs in this film definitely gave me an H.R. Geiger vibe, especially with the different dimensions that they were going with. It definitely felt akin to some of his designs, except for one monster, but I will get into that in just a little bit. And the three main girls, I will say, are likable enough. From what we got, I didn't dislike any of them. Alright, let me go and get into my negatives about this film now. My main problem with this film is the writing. It's not very good. I can see what they were trying to go for with this film, and unfortunately, the writing is just not very good. They tried to rely heavily on environmental storytelling, but you need good writing to back that up. And unfortunately, a lot of that just fell flat. And it doesn't help that they don't explain things well enough. Like, they drop hints of a possible type of experiment is what would the cause that happened years ago, and they do drop hints of a time loop that's going on, and I think there was some form of reincarnation or ascending to like a higher entity or something. I don't know. This film is just obscure in its storytelling, and the writing was just not strong enough to hold up the concepts they were going for. And it is a shame, because from what the concepts and from what I saw what they were trying to do, if the writing would have just been stronger with this film, it would have definitely been a much better film. And it's a shame, because the voice actresses, the three main voice actresses that they got for them did a great job. And that's one of the things I forgot to mention in my pros, is each one of them do a great performance. And it's a shame there's not a lot for them to work with. It's so obscure, you're wondering what is going on. They give you, like I said, they give you little hints here and there, but at the end of this film, especially the ending, I was left confused at what was happening. And it's a shame too, because this movie started off really strong. The CGI is another point to contention with me. There are points to where it looks really good, especially with the glimpses of the other dimension. The character designs, especially with what looked like inspiration from H.R. Geiger, all of that looked great. It looked really interesting. Unfortunately, the main monster in concept design would have looked much better if not for this horrible CGI. Some of the CGI in this film is bad, really bad, and I could tell that was constraints with the budget too, and it is a shame because the concepts, what they were going for, had me intrigued. This movie pulled me in at the beginning, strong start. It just, the ending and middle part with the writing just, and not explaining things well enough. It leaves way too much for your own interpretation. The hand-drawn animation I thought was good. For most of the film, they do a pretty good job on combining the hand-drawn with the 3D, especially with the three girls. That they do a pretty good job on. The studio probably did the best job they could with what they had. It's really a shame. I was let down from the description that I read. I was hoping this film would have been much better than what I got, and it is a shame. This film just disappointed me overall. I wish it was better, but anyway, my overall score for the Feast of Amrita is a 5 out of 10. This movie is fine. It's not bad, but it's not that great either. I cannot recommend this film to anyone, which is a shame, but hey, they all can't be winners. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments, or if you've even seen this film to begin with. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. This has been Ryder. I'm out.